What if gravity suddenly stopped for just 1 second? At first, it sounds like a small thing, almost harmless. But the truth is, that single second would be one of the most destructive moments in the history of the universe. To understand why, we must look back at the story of gravity itself. In the 1600s, Isaac Newton was the first to describe the force that holds us down. He showed that every object in the universe pulls on every other object with a force that depends on their mass and distance. The falling of an apple was not magic, but the same invisible force that keeps the moon around the earth. Centuries later, Albert Einstein reshaped that story. He explained that gravity is not just a pull, but the very bending of space and time. According to him, massive objects curved the fabric of reality, and that curve is what we feel as gravity. Without this invisible structure, the universe itself would lose order. Gravity is what keeps our feet on the ground. It holds the oceans in place. It makes the air we breathe cling to our planet. It keeps Earth orbiting the sun and the sun tied to the galaxy. Gravity is silent, invisible, and constant. It is the foundation of life itself. Now, imagine it gone. For just 1 second, gravity disappears. Immediately, everything on Earth would begin to move upward at 9.8 meters per second. People would rise into the air, cars would lift off roads, oceans would leap into the sky. Even the very air around us would rush away into space. When gravity returned after that second, the world would be in chaos. The oceans, now displaced, would come crashing down, creating waves taller than skyscrapers. Cities near coasts would vanish in a flood. People and animals who had been lifted even a few meters would fall violently to the ground. For millions, that 1 second flight would end in death, and the damage would not stop there. The Earth itself is held in orbit by gravity. If gravity disappeared everywhere in the universe for that single second, Earth would break free from its path around the sun. That slight shift could send our planet drifting into a new orbit, perhaps closer to the sun, where life would burn, or farther away, where life would freeze. The solar system's delicate balance would be forever changed. Philosophers from the ancient world also wrestled with the idea of why things fall. Aristotle believed that heavy objects simply sought their natural place on Earth. But modern science has revealed something deeper. Without gravity, there is no natural place. There is only emptiness, chaos, and drift. This thought experiment forces us to reflect. Gravity is invisible, yet it controls every part of our lives. It shapes the stars, the galaxies, the universe itself. And still, we take it for granted, as if it is simply there and will never change. But the possibility reminds us of how fragile existence truly is. So, the next time you walk, run, or simply stand still, remember that gravity is silently working, holding you to the earth, keeping the oceans from floating away, and anchoring our world to the sun. If it disappeared for even a single second, everything we know would collapse. Gravity is more than a scientific law. It is the thread that ties us to the cosmos, the unseen force that makes life possible. 1 second without it would end our world. But because it remains, we are alive, asking questions, seeking knowledge, and continuing to dream.